What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. We do more than boxing. And spinning off an NBA video real quick. And I've been debating the last couple days, and LeBron fans just don't understand. It's over. He had his time. It's Kevin Durant league. And people's favorite argument to say, well, Kevin Durant went to a 73-74 win team with Golden State. But at the end of the day, he never would have went to Golden State if the NBA didn't cheat and suspend Draymond Green and get him momentum to the Cavs, and the Cavs won the finals. The Cleveland would have lost that finals. Kevin Durant never would have came to the Golden State Warriors, because Golden State would have won the finals. And potentially the way LeBron played last year, Kevin Durant was the only de facto that could have stopped LeBron for winning the championship last year, joining Golden State. And you see how karma bites you in the ass. Last year LeBron would have got his championship, if they didn't suspend Draymond the year before. So I don't have no hard feelings, because at the end of the day, the NBA and the refs did it to themselves. And Durant made the same decision that Charles Barkley, Kevin Garnett, and a host of other guys, Karl Malone, Gary Payton, made while they was old as hell and still wasn't as functional they was in their prime. And left their original team and when they got a ring. Them guys waited till they was old as hell, Ray Allen. And Kevin Durant, took Kevin Garnett's advice. He said, I would have did it sooner. He was the big ticket because he had the biggest contract in NBA history at a point in time, right after Juwan Howard, I believe. And he said, I would have did it quicker. And Kevin Durant, going Kevin to another Kevin, he did it. But nobody talked about, LeBron creating a team in Miami. He popularized the super team. I know, Celtics did it, but they was old. They won one championship. That was their window because of injuries. He popularized it. And once he started doing it, he set the trend. Like Draymond said, he started the super team. I ain't going to say he started it, but he popularized it. People say, well, it's different that Kevin Durant went to a 70. No, it's not different. LeBron went to create a 82-0 team. People were saying they was going to go 82-0, a 79 and whatever the hell it was. He popularized that. If he never did that and didn't create that team in Miami, and wasn't ganging up on guys and still losing to the Mavericks and the Spurs as well, and had to cheat versus the Oklahoma City Thunder and foul Kevin Durant, even though they still would have won that finals. You wouldn't have seen people trying to build super teams and shit now. You wouldn't have seen it. He popularized it. So it's no different. And not only did they build a super team with him, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. At the time, Dwayne Wade was a little injured, but Chris Bosh was the top 10 player, giving 30 and 20 on Dwight and other big players every year in Toronto, you dig? Not only did they have those three people with a host of other people who can make big shots, they added Ray Allen after they beat Oklahoma City, right? After they lost to San Antonio the first year. So not only did they have overkill already, they tripled the overkill. So do I feel bad for LeBron because he can't get past Kevin Durant? Absolutely not. But if you look for player, hear me out before you turn this video off and get into your feelings. For one, LeBron is in his 15th year. Yes, he's playing the best offensive ball y'all can say because the East has been weak. It's horrible. It's terrible. Look, last night they lost to the Sacramento Kings in the West. And Sacramento, I believe, beat them the first time or gave them a tough run for their money the first time in Cleveland this year. Okay. Good. He can score in the paint. He's shooting 50% because he get into the paint when he want to. Because there is no big man that can defend the rim no more. They all want to shoot threes and play on the perimeter now. Cool. I give him that. Better rebound, give him that. Can pass the rock, give him that. Talking about Kevin Durant, who's a better shooter? Durant. Who better 3-point shooter? Durant. Mid-range? Durant. Durant rebounding at a high level. I think their rebounding numbers are virtually very close. He's distributing the ball as well. Who's a better defender? Who's the leading defensive player of the year, right? For defensive player of the year, it's Durant. Better shot blocker, better on-ball defender, better off-ball defender, better weak-side defender. People just so, in this era of super stats, in which the numbers that they putting up is not foreign to what the NBA had been. It used to be the norm that teams averaged 110 points, 120 points, or something like that back in the day. The year the Pistons won the championship, in 88, 89, 89, 90, they averaged 110 points. And they was the best defensive team in the league and held their opponents under 100 points. The best defensive team, and they wasn't even the best offensive team in the league. They wasn't considered the best offensive team, not even close. And they averaged, 109, 110 points or something like that. So these numbers that these guys putting up, of course, it is one ball dominant guy on the team or a couple. But back in the day, the talent was spread across the board. It was spread. You have guys that come off the bench that can play. You know, you have all the starting five that can score and all this. And they were scoring 110, 120 points, 30 points a game without abusing the 3-point line. Just spitting facts. But you talk about an overall better player, it's Kevin Durant. And there's no knock against LeBron James because we're not talking all-time greatness. All-time greatness, LeBron is shitting on KD. You know, KD may not never reach the heights that LeBron is at right now in the 15th year. In this 15th year, he probably won't be playing like LeBron is right now. You know? But you got to remember, this LeBron 15th year. At some point, you got to let it go. You know? Last year in the finals, that was a turning period for me when Kevin Durant put the dagger in LeBron James' face and people act like it didn't happen. When LeBron was giving, when KD was giving him that work. They had no answer for Kevin Durant. He refused to check Kevin Durant. He refused to. And Kevin Durant checked him and did what he had to do. And just past Christmas, he checked him twice. You want to call it a foul? I don't have no hard feelings because LeBron travels all the time, get away with calls, cry. I don't care. I'm from the old school ilk with good physical basketball. So better overall player is Kevin Durant. He's a better offensive player as well. LeBron can't shoot like that, man. And the man going to the rim. Now he's a defensive stopper now. And people say, well, you know, Oklahoma City. Hey, that's Oklahoma City. You know, Westbrook ran that man off. He wanted to be so ball dominant. And he wanted to score all the points. He wanted the MVP like Kevin Durant. And he wanted to go balls to the walls and go get it. So he can go get it how he live. You know, he wasn't no team player. And everybody in Golden State is a team player. Nobody needs the ball to be dominant. They move the ball. Their offense work like water. You can get a credit to Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr, whoever you want to give it to. But at this current point, Durant is a better player, but it's not an ultimate knock because LeBron is in his 15th year. LeBron is probably the greatest 15th year player in NBA history, maybe in sports history. Ain't nobody balling in a 15th year like LeBron. Ain't nobody doing what he doing. But that's not to say that he's still the greatest player. The torch has been passed, and there's no knock on it. It's happened. And if you beat him in the finals again, you guys still gonna start overreacting to LeBron playoff and regular season run in the East. It is what it is. But the facts remain: Kevin Durant is the new ambassador of the NBA. He the new king.